We're working. We're in the lab, and we're gonna make sure this happens as soon as possible.
Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
Woo! Into Lab Movie Studio. We are back. San Antonio, Texas. I'm your host, Ernest Silva. I'm still hyped. It's okay. Cowboys can lose. I'm still hyped here. We're on this show. We're going to talk about some Cowboys-Eagles action in today's NFL news segment. But I'm with the guys today. I am excited, guys. Season 4, Episode 7, the way too early Week 7 Pick'em is upon us. We'll do some reacts from this past week and go right into the action. Let's go around the room and let's start it off right. Let's go with my co-host of Season 4 from Regina. That's right. Kenny Cotterell. What's going on, brother?
It's been 218 days since Christian Kirk signed for 4 years, $72 million. He's basically just a glorified WR2. I think we could all agree on that. It's almost like Jacksonville completely overpaid when they could have had guys like A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf. But he really stinks it up on my fantasy team, and I love it. But we are 1-5, baby. We're back. We're ready to make the playoffs, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, you got a dub. You got a dub this week. We'll talk a little bit about the ITL Listener League.
Context is everything about that.
You got a dub. You got a dub. That's all that matters. Let's go around the room here. That's right. He was in Regina, but now he's back. Just Luke. What's going on, brother?
You know, I'm still trying to figure out, first of all, it was like fuck around and find out week in the NFL for a lot of teams. Two, I don't know where the NFL is going when Jim Irsay is the voice of reason.
Oh my
God. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what the Shield is thinking, but Dan Snyder is very adamant about burning the motherfucker to the ground. So, yeah. But I'm good, Ernest.
You look a lot better than last week, Luke. I think the win looks good
it's
on
victory.
you.
I could say Victory Monday. I felt like a Cleveland Browns fan for a while there.
I'm excited for you. The man you heard laughing is not a ghost. That's right. Andrew Con Sutton is back at Boomtown Pod. What's going on, bro?
It's good to be back, fellas. I know I missed a couple of weeks, but the pick stayed hot, except for last week. That fuck around and find out week kind of really messed things up. But it's good to be back, guys. I'm happy to talk some football and some NBA tonight, fellas. Let's go.
Happy NBA live night. We are back with the NBA. It's halftime. Celtics Sixers in a good game. Celtics wearing their city jerseys. Kenny didn't know that when he was making his bet. I don't know if you bet against the opener there. I know you're hoping for a Sixers win, but city jerseys that look sleek this year and Bill Russell tribute game, I don't know. All I know is that James Harden is back, but the score is tied 63.
Certainly not Ime Udoka night at that arena. So
No.
Which is why I took the Sixers money line tonight.
I'm not going to even comment on that. One of my signs behind me is Blue Collar Media Group, and we say hashtag better together because we believe in one another, even through the tough times, even through the great times, as Andrew turns off his camera. I appreciate that. But find out why we say better together in this promo video, and maybe you would want to be a part of BCMG and part of this family. Let's roll.
Can I be a part of it?
No.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday.
I'm your host, Andrew Kahn. This is the Boomtown Pod.
Add Into the Lab Pod is where you're watching today's stream.
It is Blue Collar Game Day. I am your host.
I got a kill! Yeah!
Welcome to episode 277 of the Official Butthole Podcast.
Get him.
Got him.
Beautiful.
Better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
Better together.
Better together.
Better together is what we are at Blue Collar Media Group. It never gets old. We appreciate all y'all who support us. So those who want to join us, any sort of streamers, shows, hey, just reach out in our DMs. You have it at Into Lab Pod anywhere and reach out today. We have a lot going on, a lot of news and updates. We are going to go right to that with round one right after this short radio break. That's right. Round one news from around the league is what we're going to do. For those listening, you may not be able to see the screen, but let me tell you right now, Kenny Cotterill is jumping around his room with his hands in the air, side to side. He got his first win of the season. I mean, his team really performed this week. We're gonna
Took 6 weeks, but he did it.
He is. He is one.
No, context is everything for why Kenny won this week.
We're going to take a deep dive as to why Kenny won this week. As you see the scores in front of you, some close games, but a lot of them lopsided. 20 or more points. And look at Kenny Cotterill. Where are you at right here? 131 to 110 over Dan's dazzling team. Let's break into the numbers here for Kenny. Kenny's team outperformed itself. But if we look, Dan did not start a flex player that played, and his defense is empty. But Kenny got the win. Kenny, what do you have to say for yourself? Did Dan lose or did you win?
None of the above. I'll say this much. I was sweating on Monday thinking, God, I hope he doesn't pick somebody up all day long because I knew that I was in trouble. The Denver defense on his bench didn't start them, and also sat Hunter Henry, who would have given him 16 points. So pretty thankful, but a win is a win. And as you can tell by that great team, a lot of players really performing. Like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 3.3. It was an interesting week.
So I know we're gonna break down Dallas Philly in just a bit, but did we really hold Goddard catchless in that game?
I don't know.
He goose-egged for him?
Like, think about how much it took for me to win. Like, Goddard had 0, Dobbins got hurt, and I still only won by 21 points.
You played 2 players and you won by 20 points. Hey, you know what? A win is a win, Kenny. A win is a win. I'm proud of you. I think we can all say that. We're all proud of you. For those in the ITL listener league, I got destroyed. I lost by 40. So and I played everybody. So it's not impressive. I'm absolutely 500 in that league. But my players are back. My bye week apocalypse is over, and so we'll see how the rest of the league goes. Let's go to the main headlines, and that is right. The legend of Cooper Rush continues. 5-1, but moral wins 1-0. 1-0. That's what Dallas Cowboy fans were shouting from the rooftops after Sunday night's debacle. Guys, I told you that it would be an interesting game. I said Dallas would make a statement. I still think that happened. I just thought I put this headline up there as a joke, but let's talk about the real thing, breaking down the game. Philly versus Dallas. They had a lot of us at halftime kind of thinking that Dallas sucks. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it was like...
What?
I mean, 17-0 and going for it on 4th on our own 33 and not getting it. And all of a sudden it's like, man, we fucking suck.
Oh, it's so bad, dude.
So, Kenny, I'm going to let you start us off on the convo here. You kind of called it. You said that Cooper Rush would look like the backup quarterback. Philly is a good team. You have them in your top 3. Let's break down a little bit on the Philly side of things in that first half before they gave away that lead. How did Philly jump down on the throats of Dallas?
I don't even think that Philly one was that impressive, though.
It wasn't.
It took 3 picks off Cooper Rush to still not win by double digits. And look, I still think Philadelphia is the best team in the NFC right now. I think they have the most complete roster top to bottom, but do get a little bit concerned come playoff time for them whether Jalen Hurts is going to be accurate enough in the passing game, because if you slow down their run game, then they can stall out at times because, yeah, they went up big. Give Philly all the credit in the world. They beat the backup like a lot of other teams should have and haven't done, so they get all the credit for that. But 3 picks on Cooper Rush, who didn't look good. Run game wasn't that great either, and we're still talking about not a double-digit win for Philly. I think I don't want to say it's a moral victory for Dallas. It's an L in the loss column. That's all that matters is wins and losses. But there's some hope there moving forward that they can beat Philly in the turnaround game for sure.
Andrew, I know you were watching. You and I were both messaging during the game, and I for one appreciate your candidness because you're usually, pretty hard. You're like, I'm going the fuck to sleep. So, did you stay up for the game? First off,
I did. I mean, okay. I say that I was going to sleep because I mentally muted that game for sure. What happened was, and I agree with Kenny, with a backup quarterback, you shouldn't win a ton of games. And I fully understand that we've pulled some lucky wins off, but the defense has balled out all season long. And in that first half, they got exposed. They double teamed Micah Parsons. They got rid of that whole situation. DeMarcus Lawrence was irrelevant off the rush. And they just had time. Jalen Hurts had a ton of time to start picking apart our corners. They started picking on Anthony Brown, which every team, this is a news alert, should probably do. He's terrible. That's why Trayvon was so upset. Everybody's saying that he's a whiny baby in the end zone. No, it's the fact that, again, Anthony Brown consistently with this group has been destroyed. He's terrible. He's a terrible corner, and that's why Trayvon was upset, and I get it. But I agree with a lot of what Kenny said. I think that if you're an Eagles fan, hey, I get it. You're 6-0, ride high, great win. You pulled it off when you needed to at the end, but you should be worried that you gave up 17 straight points to a backup quarterback and a team that had no pulse. None whatsoever. You gave them all the momentum to come out of the half. I mean, great catch by Smith, great play calling by Hurts in the offense. But Nick Sirianni, this is where I have a problem with. Sitting on the sidelines, and everybody can clearly read his lips, saying fuck the Cowboys, and then going into the out of the stadium going, how about them Eagles, telling everybody that it wasn't a serious game. Dude, you beat a team with a third-string quarterback who didn't even make the practice squad signing. Let's talk when you play Christmas Eve, when you play Dak healthy. Let's see what happens then, and then we'll talk that shit. See if he backs up those statements. If they do it again, then hell yeah. How about them Eagles? But let's see.
Yeah, we had a live look into the Eagles locker room right before halftime, and this is what we saw before I bring Luke on.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
That's the absolute truth. So, Luke, I know you watch this game. Everybody in America watched this game. So, the Cowboys scored 2 straight touchdowns, make it a 3-point game. Where is your mind at here, and how did the Cowboys do that?
I think the biggest thing was Dorrance Armstrong was kind of quiet. He was like an unsung hero for the Cowboys defense in the last couple of games with block punts, a couple sacks, being opposite of Micah, it kind of helped him out. I think he was a little too quiet, but the Eagles really didn't show me much either. It's not like they were world beaters, but I don't know. They got the job done when it counts. You got them done in Philadelphia. The real test is, can you get it done on the road? And if you're Dallas, you have, I'm pretty sure, the Lions and then a bye week or something like that. I can't remember the schedule.
I think it's Lions, Commanders, bye week.
Yeah, it's
Bears.
It's
Bears, sorry.
2 softies and a bye week. If you could get 2 dubs and then a bye week after that with Cooper Rush, I mean, you're sitting at 6-2. I mean, that's a pretty good halfway point right there.
I think Dak is
back. Dak's back this week.
Yep. So,
but I mean, here's the issue that they're going to run into. Dallas is this year is that Philadelphia's, in my opinion, very clearly going to be the 1 seed in the NFC. So no matter what happens here, everything's going to have to go through Philadelphia come playoff time. So even if we go and win that game on Christmas Eve, you're going to have to figure out a way in January, if you're Dallas, to go in and beat an Eagles team in the NFC Championship game in Philadelphia, likely. So You look at their next 3 games, they after the bye week, they get Steelers, Texans, Commanders. So if they're not 9-0, then we're talking about like what the hell's wrong with Philly. So I don't know. I think that everything goes through Philly right now until further notice, because there's no other team in the NFC that you can clearly look at and say like they are definitively really good.
I mean, if you look at the Philly schedule, though, somebody have the Dallas schedule up. I'd like to compare, but if you look at the Philly schedule, they do have 3 cupcake teams, but they go to Indy, and depending on how Indy's season is going, obviously the Chiefs
They're a
can
weird
validate. Yeah, the Chiefs can validate. It's hard to win at Indy, and then you have Green Bay at home, which is sneakily a must-win for Green Bay if you look at their schedule.
Yeah.
Then you go Tennessee, which Tennessee is another one of those teams that you fuck around, you find out. And then you go to the Giants, to the Bears, to the Cowboys in 3 straight games. That's a tough road right there. Even if you want to say the Bears are bad, beating the Bears at Soldier Field in winter is tough. So and then Dallas is a revenge game. So that could potentially be a really hard skid. And that Dallas Philly game, Christmas Eve. Christmas may come early, boys. Christmas Eve come early. But let's not go too far. I think there was the one thing I want to talk about, because I haven't really talked too much about the game. The one thing I want to talk about as a turning point for me was the Micah Parsons penalty. And I think that was a huge play, and it's 3rd down, and you have momentum. It's 2017. You give them the first, they score a touchdown on that drive, and the game's over. And really, Micah doesn't get that taunting call. What is that? Like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9? Right around midfield.
It was 3rd and 13.
Like that. That's huge, man.
3rd and 13.
That is a massive penalty in a game where all the momentum is Dallas's way, and then all of a sudden it goes Philly's way. And then they scored in that drive. And I think everybody said field goal just to get a chance, and that touchdown kind of screwed it over.
Am I the only one who thinks that taunting call is a joke?
Well, yeah, the whole thing's a joke. I mean, he went up to his face and did it. If he didn't do that,
they do it every down.
But not right there on the camera. Like yes, yeah, right. Like it's a garbage call, but the other way, I'd be taking it all day if an Eagle player did it too.
If I'm an Eagle fan, I'm like, hell yeah, okay, taunting, let's go, game over, and I get that. I fully understand.
So Luke, I'm going to ask you because we're all biased. So I'm going to ask you: did the Cowboys lose that game, or did the Eagles win it?
I don't think you can say either way, Ernest. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if Dallas played the second half, played the first half like the second half, I don't think we're having this conversation right now.
If Cooper Rush doesn't underthrow that ball to CeeDee Lamb, ball game Cowboys.
It's just...
That's true, too.
Chalk it up to too little too late for this go round. It just was.
Yeah. I think it was a very good game. We're getting a breaking clip in the action, so we do have a new person coming on the Sports Scientist. Let's roll that clip.
And Alvarez belts it deep to right field. Distant by. Unbelievable. The Astros a walk-off win. Yordan Alvarez a walk-off 3-run homer. And
there is Dre Rogers himself. What's going on, man? What's up, Dre?
That was beautiful.
That's the best entrance anybody. It's a home run. We have Dre Rogers in beautiful Bali, Indonesia. Dre, what is going on, man? I'm glad you can make the show.
Go Astros, baby. That's the topic that we should be talking about.
Yeah, wait, Dre, we're having. I'm getting. There's another clip.
3-2 pitch. In the air, deep left center field, hit well. Rodriguez on the run, and it is gone! Oh, Jeremy Pena sends one to the seats, and the Astros lead 1-0 in the 18th inning.
Just like the Rockets getting Jabari Smith Jr., that's just a home run shot. What's going on, Dre? I couldn't hear you over the crowd, but I'm glad I got you back.
I'm psyched. Yeah, that's the best entrance right there.
Luke.
Luke's predicting another home run. Absolutely. We're going to have plenty more. Luke. Keep that around. We are not insulted by trash cans anymore.
So we're talking about the Braves now?
We want to talk about the light show and how the Braves won their World Series. Do we want to bring that up? You got lights over there. Wait, hold on. I'll help you out. It's a fastball. It's a fastball.
At all.
You can't mute us. Luke. All right, let's talk about Carolina. The Carolina carousel happening. Carolina was a complete joke this past weekend, and it's just getting crazier. We already know what happens with Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson was told, you're not playing anymore for this team middle of the game, and now he's an Arizona Cardinal. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the Cardinals in just a moment. But, guys, do we think CMC gets traded? A lot of teams keep talking about it. Where does he end up? I'll start this off with you, Andrew.
Well, you're going to get all of the first-round picks. That's essentially what's going to happen. If Carolina is as big of a dumpster fire as they are right now, this Robbie Anderson circus was a joke to begin with. And I love that you guys say that's a big loss. I mean, tell me what he's done in Carolina. Nothing. CMC is injury prone. We get it. I know it. He looked really good, had some decent flashes this last week. I mean, they really targeted him a ton out of the backfield. I think it was to sell his value high. And they're going to get 4 to 5 first-round picks, man. And I'm hearing tons of rumors of teams like Baltimore was one of those teams that stepped up and said they wouldn't mind having him. I know I've heard Indy being one of those teams because they're not worried. They're concerned about Taylor and what's going to happen with him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here on out. But I mean, you're looking at what? And I think most of you guys can agree with this: 4 first-round picks in a couple seconds.
No, I'm not that high on him.
No,
but I'm not that high on him. No, I think a couple of firsts.
Like 2 or 3?
If you're lucky. 2 if you're lucky. Too injury prone. I think it might.
Teams don't want to pay for a running back like that they feel like they could draft next year or wait it out. Like to me, at best, they're getting 1 first rounder, but they're more likely probably trading like a 2nd and a 4th round pick for a guy like CMC. And Carolina will take that.
Like, shout out to a couple of Brotherhood podcasts like Fly with the Birds and a couple other. I wanted to kind of hear what some other podcasts are saying, some Panther podcasts. And so I decided to dig a little bit. That's why I made this a topic. But like, I hear Eagles podcasts asking for him like that. They want to just stack it up and make the run this year. Like, it's not crazy. It's a weakness. But
Miles Sanders did not look like the option.
You know what they said? They said a 1st, 3rd, and Miles Sanders. That's what they said on the podcast. For CMC, 1 first, 1 third, a future 3rd, and Miles Sanders, and that's enough to them. Like, that's what they're valuing him at. So, like, when I hear multiple firsts, I know other shows and other like Homer shows are not wanting to give that up. So
can we talk about a team that just had their running back basically be told that he's no longer welcomed with the team?
It's
that
one of
also be a
it's one of
situation for him?
It's one of the topics today. But if you want to talk Denver,
no, I want to talk about the Rams. With Cam Akers.
That's an even better conversation. Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, the way that they run that offense, CMC fits perfectly with what they want to do there with all the gadgety stuff that they want to run with McVay. And why wouldn't you? You could probably send Cam Akers there. They probably don't have any first rounders because they're the Rams, but you could send that 2nd and 4th round pick along with Cam Akers and say, there you go. And they'll be like, okay, if it doesn't pan out with Cam Akers, I don't think he's got an extension or anything. So you just let him walk. You take the picks and then good enough. Like,
well, you already have a legend there.
And the Rams are struggling right now. Like they have not looked good on offense. And the big reason why is that run game hasn't been working like it has in years past. Matt Stafford finally realized that he can throw it to a black wide receiver in his offense because that's a real stat. No, that was a real stat that coming into this week, he had targeted white receivers 94% of the time this season. That's how little he was throwing to Allen Robinson. Now, don't get me wrong. When you got Cooper Kupp, when you got Skoranek, Higbee, like there's not a lot of options there, but they finally got Allen Robinson involved in the offense. And what happened? They stormed back and beat Carolina. So
now do we feel that's a regular thing, Kenny? Is that going to be like, moving forward, Allen Robinson is an option to play in fantasy?
I think he's an okay flex play on bye weeks. That's about it.
Are you saying over Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Other wide receiver, you should be making a trade. Yesterday.
So you have Donovan Peoples-Jones, you have DJ Moore, you have Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
That's wonderful. That's
with Jacoby Brissett.
I'm asking for a friend. Anyway, so the other area though, and Melvin Gordon was a topic, and I'll just kind of flash this because I'm not going to go to it later. Melvin Gordon, does he stay in Denver? That was a shit show. He fumbles once, doesn't get played. They lose in overtime. Is that an option?
Okay, but we can't act like it's 1 fumble's the reason why he's no longer playing there.
No, but I mean,
fumble issues all year long.
6 all year.
And guess what? He wouldn't be playing if Javonte Williams was healthy.
That's true.
At the end of the day, so trade him. Who cares? Trade him to any one of these teams that we're talking about.
Gordon.
Send Melvin Gordon to Buffalo. They probably don't want him.
And so, Dre, I'll ask you: Arizona and CMC. Any headway there with that, you think?
Probably not. No, I think they like Connor. So
Too much money in
And
Connor.
they've already got a running back at QB anyways.
That's true.
He got 100 yards last week.
Yeah,
I know there was some rumors about Bills and CMC, but I think all of Bills Mafia told me to get away when I asked them about CMC. So we're gonna strike that down.
I also think CMC might be a valuable option for the Dolphins. I don't know. I think he kind of fits what they're looking for, man.
Maybe it definitely isn't Chase Edmonds. Definitely isn't Chase Edmonds.
Terrible.
DJ Moore, is he going to Kansas City?
Yeah, I was going to say Kansas City for CMC.
Okay, that's interesting. So
I think Green Bay calls.
Wait.
I think Green Bay calls about DJ Moore.
I hope
Green
so.
Bay and DJ Moore. I can
with how bad they're struggling on offense right now.
We will never. Do
I know that they probably won't because of just the system that Green Bay runs. But if the price is that low on DJ Moore and you only have to give up like a 4th round pick, knowing that Rodgers has probably only got this year, because there's already been conversations about this being his last year, maybe you make that move. Maybe you go with DJ Moore and then you make one last run at it. But he's got to get out of Carolina.
Dre, I usually would say that Green Bay just doesn't ever go for a wide receiver because you guys don't. But with the Randall Cobb injury and news coming out of the front office, you're making a trade. I got TJ Moore.
No, we're gonna find somebody from a practice squad, and that's who we're gonna get, and that's it. Because that's what we always do. You'll see. We're gonna pick up crap like always. Some undrafted rookie or somebody off a practice squad. That's it.
Okay. All right. Gonna take it from the farm system. Got it.
You know who? What was that Eagles guy who appeared last year for like 4 weeks and had like this awesome stretch, and then he disappeared. Do you remember that guy?
Travis Fulgham.
Yeah, we picked him up during the offseason, so maybe he can be an option too, just because he got to learn the playbook or whatever.
You need a stud. You need a guy.
You need a route runner who can get you space, man.
But we're not. I mean, we had that and we let him go.
True.
Well, let's. I do like CMC or DJ Moore to Kansas City. I think both of them make them that much better. Gives another weapon to Patrick Mahomes. I think you have to send CEH to Carolina if you do that trade, though.
Yeah.
I think hands down that becomes the CEH. So Deontay Foreman, those waiting for his shot, just make him the lead again, and we'll just keep going there in Carolina. Texas legend. All right, D-Hop comeback might be the best timing for Arizona. They need him. Marquise Goodwin. Marquise Goodwin? No, that's wrong.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Hollywood Brown. Yeah, Hollywood Brown. He is out for the season with that injury, and that leaves a giant hole of targets. In comes DeAndre Hopkins. In comes Robbie Anderson, and the Arizona Cardinals are now posed for a threat. Guys, does this move the needle anymore for Arizona after we see how good that defense is?
A tick.
Arizona's season's over already.
Give me a little tick because D-Hop's entertaining as hell. It's just a tick.
Yeah, like you'll probably watch Arizona now, but when you look at their schedule the rest of the way, this was the part of the schedule that they had to be 4-2 or 3-3, knowing that late in the year you have to play the Rams, you have to play Chargers, Broncos, Bucks, 49ers twice. Like the schedule is just not there for them to do it, and they haven't proven anything that says that they can do it. So Kyler, they're probably just going to stack up double XP weekends so they can eliminate them early.
Hit it early before the new Call of Duty game comes out. Luke, how do you feel about the Arizona Cardinals?
In the division, they right now, unless the Rams make a move, they should be fine in division. The 49ers are hurt right now. No Nick Bosa still with a groin injury. But outside of that division, first of all, let's just be honest here. The NFC is a fucking turd. Okay.
And now it is.
It's bad. It's bad.
AFC is kind of a turd too. It's been all turdy the first 6 weeks.
It is weird.
Turdy.
The NFC East is the best division in football. Let that sink in.
That's what I'm saying. 3 out of the 4 teams that have winning records were probably in the NFC East. Like
crazy.
Like that's facts. So I mean, in division right now.
Wait, could you say that last statement again?
In division.
How about the NFC East?
Not
They probably have the best winning percentage in the NFL
The
to have the least amount of playoffs.
The NFC East is the best division in the NFL. Is that what you said?
Give me a hell yeah.
It's just a little delay, but yeah, I had to get it in there.
I'd say that. But right now, they're fine. I don't know if bringing D-Hop back and getting who'd they end up getting? Not DJ Robbie.
Robbie Anderson, Robbie Anderson.
Robbie stay on the field. I mean, that dude's
he almost went full AB. I was hoping so
I
bad.
thought he was going
jersey
to.
was coming
I was
off, but it was
ready
just
for
the
it.
helmet.
I thought it was gonna get bad.
Dude.
I mean, went full nuclear.
I'll say this much: you better stay away from public pools for the next 6 months, because otherwise he could go full AB, and that's not a situation that the world needs to see.
Yikes!
I'm gonna say now they're okay, but I don't know what Cliff Kingsbury I think's fired either way.
He's toast.
Cliff's not making it to like when's their bye week? Even if it's next week, he might not even make it there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if he's gonna make it through the week. Let's
Dude,
see.
He is.
He's gonna show up to the facility and his code's magically not gonna work.
Oh, I need that clip.
You
I need that clip.
The thing
Damn
is,
it.
I mean, J.J. Watt literally almost died. Like
Cliff's gonna be so good at Wisconsin, though, guys. It's gonna be awesome
for sure. But the thing is,
bye week is 13.
He's going to get D-Hop back. He's going to get D-Hop back, and somehow they're going to win he's going to have a 2-touchdown game, and then we're going to hear Kingsbury is the fucking offensive genius that we all thought he was. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how the NFL works.
Going to Nebraska talking about.
Well, let's end our segment there. Let's go right into our final topic of this segment, Week 7 edition. My top 3 teams are, and we'll start this one off with Kenny. Kenny, who are the top 3 teams of the NFL in your opinion?
Number 1 right now would be Buffalo. Number 2 is Philly, and number 3, I still think it's Kansas City.
That's a good, solid top 3. Andrew?
Exact same.
Did you say it's the exact same?
Exact same.
A mountain so high it can keep me away. I must follow you.
We got 2 of the top 3.
I knew the second he said same what was coming.
Luke, top 3 teams of the NFL.
Same.
Oh my God.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
Dre, top 3 teams of the NFL.
I was going to say something else, but I want to see that video again. So.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
I have the same 3.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
I think through the 6 weeks at this point, those are the top 3 teams. I mean, obviously 3A for me is Kansas City, 3B is Dallas Cowboys, but we're not even going to debate that. What were you going to say, Kenny?
I just wanted to provide a quick show update for Andrew that the Vancouver Canucks were leading 2-0. They then are tied 2-2, and then they took the lead again just to blow the lead again. So it's 3-3 in the Canucks game. And they're finding new ways to blow leads because they've already done it the first 3 games, and it might be number 4 tonight. So shout out to all Canucks fans out there, namely Andrew.
Shout out to Connor Bedard. He's going to look good in a Canucks uni. God damn.
Yep.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Guys, did you know that we have a BCMG stream team coming out here and showing out every night? If you haven't checked out some of our BCMG stream team members, we have Smashly Gaming and Coach Peanut, the wonderful Sam Fashion, as well as Just Easy TV. You can check out all of their awesome stuff, the Holy Man and Mama Bear 1920, as well as our producer Man in 1026 on Facebook Gaming, as well as Twitch TV. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a wonderful clip for you for those who are watching. For those of you that are listening, check them out. Go to Twitch TV, look for BCMG Stream Team today. All right, we're going to come back with the ITL Way Too Early NFL Primetime Pick'em in just a moment.
Jill going down the hill. Gonna go fetch Jack in his little pill. Jack feeling down and that's pretty bad. Let's go.
Oh!
Yo, clip that! Clip that headshot!
No!
A pistol. What the? Okay, that didn't count.
Woo, let's go, baby, clutch it up! Yeah, I like it!
What? No way! Did that precision just kill me?
Let's go!
Nice, Papa!
Papa with the clutch kill at the end. Let's go.
Oh, I missed. That was bad.
Got him.
Nice.
Man, I'm going to go steal their shit.
That is definitely green.
You're dumb and it's orange.
We're both wrong, red.
I could get that solo if I tried it a couple times, but we'll come back to it.
I'm fucking dick right now. Holy shit. Like, I fucking suck right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
BCMG stream team, go check them out today. Twitch.tv, any one of those streamer names, or Facebook Gaming, and put those streamer names after that / guys. Those of you listening, we're going to take a brief pause, and we'll be right back for round 2 right after this moment. Round 2, ITL NFL Pick'em, primetime Pick'em, way too early, week 7. I know. You just got over your losses from this past week. What the hell happened with the Packers?
Yikes.
What the hell happened with some of your favorite teams? Got it, right? We told you guys the audible was a lock for the 4th straight week with the Cowboys. Did not work out. We are going to make it up to you because why? ITL is going to Vegas. That's right. We will be in Vegas this weekend. We'll be placing some of those awesome bets, but the way too early picks are going to start off with those lowly Cardinals this Thursday night. So for those of you who don't follow along, you don't know what the way too early NFL Pick'em is, we go ahead and break down the games right after the previous week, starting off with Thursday night football. We are going to head over to the wonderful Arizona Cardinals Stadium. Let's roll it, guys. Cardinals start off as 1-point favorites against those New Orleans Saints. And I think Jameis Winston makes his return this Thursday night. So we're going to roll this around. Kenny Cotterell, you won last week. We're tied for the lead for the season. So we'll start off with you.
Make plans on Thursday. Because if you're going to spend your Thursday night watching Jameis Winston return from injury, going up against Kyler. To be honest, I'm picking Arizona because no double XP weekend on Thursdays. So that's huge. That's a huge advantage for them. If they played every Thursday, Arizona might go 17-0. So
Give me a hell yeah!
Everybody in Eric's sports pick rejoicing in Arizona to get a Thursday night game.
I don't know. I still don't want to watch this game. Thursday night's been really disappointing. I wouldn't be shocked if we get like 13-10 here. So give me the Cardinals. I guess they cover because it's 1 point.
Kenny's going with Arizona, and he's gonna take the -1. Thanks, Kenny. Dre, who you got in this game?
Cardinals are at home, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, just Arizona. I mean, look at that line. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
The Saints are at home would be -1 for the Saints.
Exactly.
They're like,
Probably.
we honestly don't care about this game. So
this is not the snoozer of the week, but this is definitely up there in my top. Dre, is this your snoozer of the week?
Snoozer.
No, I'm gonna be watching baseball though.
That is true. There is a better game on around this time. Andrew, who you got in this game?
I agree with Kenny, and I tweeted it last week. Send Thursday night football to the fucking moon. It is the worst football you've ever watched. Like, last week's game was one of the most painful games I've ever watched. And of course, all the drama happens with the last second. So, of course, it doesn't fail. But give me the Cards. That's -1. Like, what are we doing?
Arizona -1 of the first 3 picks.
By the way,
And the heat meter is rising. We're gonna go to the blank screen. Dre, were you saying something?
Oh, do you remember that? Did you already talk about them wanting to add now a Friday night game?
Oh my God.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, Black Friday.
Till
Oh
the
my
moon.
gosh. I couldn't hear you, Dre. It's some interference.
Alvarez belts it deep to right field.
That's where we're spending our Thursday night. Luke, who you have in this game?
The under.
Yeah, he's not picking a team, just the under.
Whatever the under is on this game, I'm gonna take the under.
44.5.
Under.
Well, considering they're gonna have people bagging groceries playing wide receiver for him this week, I'm probably gonna go with the Cardinals.
Cardinals are now putting me in a precarious situation. Thursday
Not
night
precarious,
football,
Ernest.
the
Not
very first. That is right. We are calling it here. The BCMG guarantee. Arizona -1 is my pick. Roll it. BCMG guarantee on ITL.
I'm curious though, if it was Andy Dalton starting, I actually would have probably picked New Orleans. Is anyone else in the boat where they feel like they would have a better chance with Dalton?
I like Dalton and Olave together, man. They've had fun this year.
They don't have any.
Like Dalton looked fine last week. If it wasn't the late chase bomb, they beat Cincinnati. So
I
don't feel the same way. I think they have a better chance winning with Jameis Winston.
Is Michael Thomas back this week too?
No, he's not playing.
Michael
this week.
Thomas will be out.
But Chris
Michael
Olave
Thomas
is
and
back.
Chris Olave are out.
No, Olave's back.
No, he's playing.
Is he playing?
He's off the injury report. Yeah, he's off.
That's where I agree. If Dalton was in the lineup, him and Olave have a really strong connection that
I would feel way better taking New Orleans.
I disagree. I would if I give him the best chance with Jameis. I've been writing that ticket for a long time.
He might have had reverse LASIK.
I hide my crab legs, but I give him the win. Let's move on.
But what are we talking about? Like, this is a 1-point game. So if James starts, what is it?
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Like, that's just the best.
It might be a straight up pick 'em with Dalton. They just mailed it in and said, "There's no favorite here."
There are some great noon games. Okay, but unbiased, I had to pick the best one. They get better and better every year. Thank you, Mark. Shout out to It's Rated Merc for all the intro videos for this week's primetime pick'em. Dallas Cowboys 7-point favorites against the Detroit Lions coming off the bye week. Dallas coming off an impressive Sunday night football loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll start this one off with Boomtown Pod. We got.
I'm gonna go Cowboys, but I don't think they're gonna cover. I mean, the one thing I like about the Lions, they're gonna get Swift back this week for sure. Amon St. Brown's playing too, so their offense is a little bit better. Our defense gave up some weaknesses last week, and I think some teams are going to study that and expose it. So I think the Cowboys win, but they don't cover.
Trey, going to go to you next.
Are we getting another dose of Cooper Rush?
No, it's Dak Prescott.
No, Dak Prescott.
Oh, so that's easy then. Just I think the Cowboys will win. -7's too high just because probably the Lions will score a bunch of points towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
So Cowboys win, but they don't cover.
I'm completely on board with both of the analysis. You play every Detroit Lion and Dallas fantasy player because the garbage time points for Detroit and the anytime points for Dallas are going to be there. Dak statement game coming back. Dallas rolls. They'll be 5-2 going into Chicago. Who haven't I picked? Luke, who you got?
Garbage time is gonna be the theme this week. Cowboys don't cover.
Got it. We have the meter rising for Kenny Cotterill, putting him in a precarious situation. What do you got, Kenny?
Dallas is gonna win and cover. I think they might even get Chark back on offense. Bet the over in this game. It is only 48.5.
Yes.
Dallas is going to cross 30 points because Detroit gave up 29 to Bailey Zappi. So I like to believe that Dallas can do better even in Dak's first game back.
If you're following along, I know you're in your car, you're at your desk, you're sitting at home. You've already been waving your finger because that's another BCM guarantee. I got the cutoff there and everything. BCMG guarantee, waving the fingers in the air. That's 2 in a row. 2 games, 2 in a row. Let's go what we have. Arizona -1. Dallas Cowboys money line is the pick there. Guys, do we want to add to the parlay Dallas -4?
If it's -4, yes. I will take -4.
Kenny says no. We're just going to keep it money line. We're going to keep it money line then if Kenny doesn't
it doesn't matter. I told them to cover, so it's kind of up to you guys.
I don't even know why you're saying anything.
I feel much comfortable with -4.
We definitely had nothing or any sort of bias towards the game of the week picked for ITL this week. We may be in Vegas. I am so fucking hyped to be going to this game. Raiders 7-point favorites against the visiting upsetting Texans. Guys, it's going to be the game of the week. We have never lost a live game. This is it. Money on the line. Does tradition reign? I am taking the Texans to win this in the Dameon Pierce show of this NFL season. 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dameon Pierce. You start him everywhere. Texans win 21-17. Calling it right now, live in person. I will be on the call. Dre, your pick.
I wish I could go with you, Ernest. I really did, but no way. Not at home. But it will be a close game though. So I'm gonna take the Raiders, but also they won't cover.
Thank you, Dre, for at least believing me a little bit. Let's go over to Kenny.
What are we doing? What in the sweet hell are we doing having the Houston Texans, the game of the week, anywhere? They're
on a winning
streak that I would rather go and live bet than watch this football
They're on a
game.
winning streak, Kenny.
The Raiders are going to win, and I'm going to alternate spread it at -10.5. They're going to throttle Houston. Coming off their bye week.
There's some disrespect
at home.
happening.
They're going to win very badly.
They're both on a bye week, Kenny.
Oh, I don't care. They're at home as well.
Wow. Okay. No Devontae Adams. Andrew.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Devontae suspended?
He's suspended. He's not playing.
Hunter Renfrow start now.
He had no targets.
But, I mean, he'll start. He'll play. And he'll have a big game because the Texans are goddamn awful. And so the Raiders will win this game and cover.
Indy disagrees.
It's Indy, dude. They fluked that last fucking play out.
Vegas is the surprising, overwhelming pick here, and what we're almost assuming is going to be an audible in just a moment. But Luke,
I've seen this Raiders team before. I've seen this facade of Oakland or Las Vegas or whatever you want to call it. But I'm telling you right now, they're not winning by 7.
That's what I like to hear.
This is a 23-20 Raiders win.
I like that vibe because it means I'm going to be going to a very good game. So yes. I'm okay with that.
It's going to be a fucking 13-7 game.
Don't say that. Come on. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
9.
Don't you put that on me. Let's take our talents over. I don't have an intro video, but let's talk about the Sunday night football game, which is what everybody's going to be waiting for because the afternoon games are terrible. Dolphins -7 versus a winning Steelers team. Watch out. We'll start this one off with just Luke. How you feel about your Steelers?
I don't know. So this is the game I marked down as a win for the Steelers once Tua went out. When Tua went out, I said, oh, they could win this game. I have no idea who's going to play quarterback for them. Skylar Thompson got hurt this weekend. They benched Teddy.
Tua's back.
Tua's back.
Is he going to play?
Yeah, he's cleared. Medically cleared.
Okay. Tyreek was hurt. Don't know about him.
It's 50-50.
We put out a secondary that could have played in Walmart's parking lot last week and fucking won an NFL football game. I don't know. the defense that showed up, I was glad they decided to show up last week, of course, they had to show up last week. Man, they're going to burn my ass either way. So I'm probably, if Tyreek plays, I'm taking the Dolphins. If Tyreek doesn't play, I'll take the chance with the Steelers.
Cover?
If Tyreek plays, they'll cover.
Okay.
Because he'll be just walking through the secondary.
All right. I'm going to keep it as Tyreek plays for now because he's leaning that way. Yes. Andrew.
Dolphins win and cover. It's not even close.
Kenny.
I like Luke. I don't like the Steelers.
They're so bad, dude.
Maybe Tampa's just not good.
Tampa's that bad.
Maybe
I'll
that's
get to
what
them
it
in a
is.
second.
Like,
They're
it doesn't
that
make
bad.
any sense why Pittsburgh wanted to win that football game. Like, everyone would have been like, okay, you lost to Tampa. Fine. You guys are going to win 4 games anyways. And now I hope Trubisky plays because I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win and cover because we know that when he starts,
I didn't even think about that.
Awful.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami to win.
Clear, did he?
I seriously doubt Pickett's playing.
Yeah, Pickett's not playing.
Yeah, Trubisky. Oh boy.
I would almost rather have Mason Rudolph start.
Shut the fuck up, Ken.
Wow. Wow.
I couldn't even get that out without laughing.
Miami wins and covers in this game. I don't think it's close.
We'll trade you Cooper Rush. How's that?
As we go to
You
Dre.
give 4 first-rounders for him because he's the best quarterback in your room.
Dre, it's rising for you. You got a precarious situation on your hands. Let's hear it, Dre. Oh, we got the finger waving already. That's right. Dre is picking Miami to win and cover in this game. Let's roll it. Woo! Put them fingers in the air. That's right. BCMG guaranteed. Dolphins -7. Add it to your parlay. If you're following along, you know it's a big week. I'll be putting this in Vegas myself. Miami -7. Add to the ticket. Arizona -1. Dallas money line. Miami -7. We're not even done with primetime pick, and we have one more. Dre, I'll let you say it out loud though. Why Miami -7?
I like their defense. I think they have a solid defense. And I'll tell you how the game's going to start. The Steelers are going to win the coin toss. They're going to have the ball. Trubisky's going to throw a pick 6, and then it's going to go downhill from there.
Xavier Howard. See ya.
Wow. Dre, you had some interference, so you might want to re-say a little bit of what you said. Go ahead. Just say it one more time. I'm being serious.
Oh, I thought you were going to put an asterisk.
3-2 pitch. In the air, deep left center field, hit well. Rodriguez on the run, and it is gone! Oh!
In case you guys didn't know it, the Astros won in 18 this past Saturday night.
What are we doing here?
It was 1-0. All right, let's go to our Monday Night Football, our last primetime pick. And this is a dedication to our very own, the General Steve Reisner. Hope you're watching somewhere out there, bud. Patriots 8-point favorites at home against those Chicago Bears.
Time out. Sorry to interrupt this, but honestly, I love Mark. We got to update that Patriots video because about 4 guys in that highlight clip are no longer part of that franchise.
Is that true? Was that
Including
not
Julian Edelman threw a
touchdown
pass
pass.
in that clip.
Oh my gosh, let's roll it again. I have to see it. Hold on, I have to see it.
Kendrick.
Yep, I see it now. That's the first time I've seen that video. So absolutely.
Cordell Patterson.
Absolutely.
Just let Steve relive the Patriots' glory days.
He can have them because Bailey's happy.
Paige and Mark, we got to make updates to that Patriots video. But Patriots -8, nonetheless. I don't even know if I have to ask this question. I'm just gonna put the slide on as we talk. Anybody taking the Bears to even come close to upsetting
so fucking bad, dude.
But here's the thing, Ernest. They should win this game. There's no doubt in my mind they should win this game. Okay? Like, let's be honest here.
I'm picking Chicago.
No, you're not.
Not to cover. Not to cover, I think is where he's going with this.
No, I'll pick them outright.
What? No, you're not. Are you
But
really?
But the Patriots are not good enough.
These primetime games have been so weird. And if the Atlanta Falcons can beat the 49ers handily, then I don't see any reason why Chicago can't do this. Because I still don't think New England are that good, and that's not a shot at Steve.
Exactly, they're not good enough.
Like, I think that they're 500, which is fine, but I've also said Chicago is the worst team in the NFL heading into the season. So I'm going to pick the Bears to win because football doesn't make any sense.
Is anybody else writing New England -8? Not writing New England -8 on the show,
bruh. I'm sorry, Canuck related. The Canucks just fucking lost
but
again.
There's only one reason why I would flip to New England, and it's because Justin Fields is questionable.
He sucks anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but they're going to go to Trevor
Terrible.
Siemian. That's their backup, who's somehow worse.
I'm hearing that Steve had a comment. He sent in a live video.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
Crowd seems to agree with him. I don't know, Kenny. I kind of feel that that's the stupidest fucking pick you've ever had.
They win the game. If Fields plays, they win the game.
Wow. I am borderline shocker here. I think Patriots win this handily. It's another Ramondre Stevenson game. I think he gets the starting gig and he never gives it back to Damian Harris at this point.
Well, yeah, probably not at this juncture.
Zappy or whatever his name is going to be Rookie of the Year.
I don't think he plays this game. I think Mac Jones gets back to start.
I thought Zappy was better than Mac Jones with ball distribution.
Probably
Just my
better.
own opinion,
It's
but
probably better for my bet if Mac Jones plays.
I guess that's true. I just think Belichick's not stupid. I think he just rides Ramondre Stevenson all the way to a win. I don't think it's going to be close in this game. I think the defense is too good.
Am I the only one who thought Bailey Zappi had like really good ball placement these last 3 weeks?
I'll ride out this lonely island.
Yep, it was just you. All right, so we are gonna move on to our fire round pick. If you're listening, I'm sorry you've had to deal with a lot of bullshit. If you are watching, you are intrigued because we have not played the snoozer of the week. We haven't even played some of our favorite clips yet, and we're going right into fire round picks after this moment of silence.
Give me a hell yeah!
All right, fire round pick. Here we go. Fire round pick. Round number 3.
I love Mac Jones getting sacked at the end of that.
Can I provide a show update?
Sure.
Columbus won in overtime.
I know. I threw my hat off. I'm
Yeah,
so
he's
pissed.
been mad.
That's
He's been
4
mad.
straight games with multi-goal leads blown to open the season for the Canucks.
That's crazy.
Golly, bro. I just chose fucking.
Wow, Columbus
Holy
money
man.
line live was plus 400. Thanks, Andrew.
Philly down
8-1.
stakes in the fourth. All right. Ravens versus Browns, the first game we're going to tackle in today's fire round segment. Let's go around the room. We start with Kenny, last week's champ. Let's do it.
Ravens get right spot.
We got a Ravens pick. Andrew.
Ravens will turn it around.
Great.
Ravens with a touchdown by Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
You know what's going to be hilarious? He'll catch that touchdown, and then he'll somehow tear something in his knee, and we will never see him again.
For the
That
rest
is
of the year.
Brian style. Des
That
Bryant
is the
style.
sort of play that we'll see a 50-yard bomb.
It is
Des
absolutely
Bryant,
the
Matt
truth.
Ravens. 1 touchdown. See you later.
Just Luke.
Yeah, it's going to be a play action deep post to Deshaun Jackson.
Give me the Go ahead.
The Ratbirds.
Give me the Ratbirds, 13-7. Deshaun Watson bomb seals it off. Ravens win this one. It's what we arguably call the worst species game. That's right. Wave those fingers in the air. I know you guys are doing it all around the world on your boats in Bali, in the mountains of Canada. All right, let's move on to Panthers. Buccaneers in a game that's probably going to be the most lopsided game of this century. Taking Bucks to win this game. Andrew.
Just roll it.
Anybody taking the Panthers? That's a good way of putting it. There we go. We got Tampa Bay.
I'm
I
going to
will
say
say, if
Giselle.
the Bucks fuck this game up, Tom Brady retires.
I'm going to say Giselle took the Panthers. Just
I'll probably take the Panthers to cover, honestly.
Luckily,
10.5 on the road.
Oof.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of points for how bad Tom has looked.
What? What? What?
Handsome Squidward is looking far less handsome these days.
He sits there and absolutely lights up
Laces
his
into them,
O-line.
but he wasn't even there for anything all week long. But think about it. He was at a wedding and then flies in not with the team and then has the audacity to tell them that they're not ready to go for that game. Come on.
Mind-blowing. Thank you, Kenny. I was like, as if this man is losing it on his O-line after he wasn't even there all week, Matt. Fuck Tom Brady. Let's go.
A fraud. A big fraud.
Oh,
That's
he's many things. He is not a fraud.
System quarterback. All right, Titans versus Colts in a game where you have who shows up and who knows all over this game. The one you don't bet on. That's the one you go to. Titans versus Colts in Tennessee. We start with Drake.
Jonathan Taylor's not playing, right?
He's scheduled to be back, but not confirmed.
He could have played last week.
That's the rumor.
I'm just going to go with Tennessee. They always have the Colts number anyway.
I'm taking Tennessee as well in this game, whether JT plays or not. Andrew.
I think that defense is pretty suspect, and Tennessee will have a fun time with it. Titans.
3 Titans picks so far. It's heating up. And Kenny.
The Colts beat the teams that they're not supposed to, so give me the Colts.
Colts is
actually.
Colts is the first shocker here. I don't know.
Kansas City for no reason. They're going to win this game for no reason.
That's true.
I don't know if Luke is quite back yet, but Luke, do you have a pick?
Probably not. Keep it rolling.
It looks like Luke is having some technical difficulties, so we're going to take all of our love and efforts over to Cincinnati. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Atlanta Falcons in a very weird situation. The Falcons looked fantastic last week out after Kyle Pitts was out. Kyle Pitts lovers finally got their moment. Cincinnati looks to have regained some
Everyone
of their
should have
swag.
Cincy at home, right?
Anybody not picking Cincy?
Fuck, dude. This.
I mean, it's -6. I think that's stupid.
I'm struggling with this game, man. I am struggling because Cincinnati was so beatable last week, and the Falcons look so dominant against the 49ers.
49ers were also missing 8 starters on defense.
Man. I don't know. I'll go with the Bengals because Chase and Burrow are my guys. I'm all with that stack in fantasy, and it's the only reason why.
Luke, I need your picks. Tennessee versus Indianapolis.
The Colts, because they win games they shouldn't.
Wow, that's a similar analysis to Kenny. Cincinnati versus Atlanta.
I'm still waiting for Desmond Ridder to start. But
I'm not coming with the way Mariota's playing.
But Mariota's actually playing good. Both of them are ugly as fuck. Can't stop the run.
Right.
Wow.
I'm just gonna go with the Chase game this week. So we'll go with
Chase games.
Well, unless he blows his hamstring out celebrating. I mean, it all depends.
Fair.
Yeah, let's not put that in the universe. All right, Cincy gets the pick there. I think
I don't need that fantasy wise. I do not.
I think that's a BCMG guarantee. I think we all took Cincy in that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's roll those fingers, guys. You guys.
No.
Wow.
I'm not taking that for a Cincy money line. What a gross game.
Oh, it's bad. It's so bad.
What is wrong? All right.
Steve's not here. Someone has to be Mr. Doom and Gloom, so I got it.
Let's move. Yeah, I know Luke looks a little bit happier this week. Jaguars versus Giants is this game. I think it's surprisingly going to be a pretty good game. We'll start this one off with you, Kenny.
The Jags are -3 at home. I feel like everyone's going to hammer the Giants line because of who they beat, and I think Vegas knows something, so I'm going to pick the Jags because it doesn't make any sense to me why they're favored by 3.
Jacksonville's the first pick. Luke.
At the beginning of the year, I'd have probably laughed in your face if we would have picked this game. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not that bad.
But now it's like
the 7th worst game this week.
Yeah.
Mid-tier.
Not even the worst game of the year, guys. That's the thing. That's the congratulations to those two teams. Like, holy shit.
It is.
Danny Two Nichols or Trevor Lawrence.
Over under on Trevor Lawrence hitting his receivers in the feet 5.5 times because he's been doing that all year.
G-man.
Jesus.
Give me the G-man.
All right, New York Giants gets their first nod. Andrew.
Yeah, man, the Jags have been in every single game. If fucking Trevor Lawrence could learn how to hit him in the chest instead of the feet, I agree with Kenny. They'd probably win most of their games, man. They've been in every single game. But I like that Robinson's lighting it up again. I like now that he's back in the lineup, he looked really good. I like that Etienne is basically a passing guy now. And the Jags got some pieces, man. And we shit on Christian Kirk, but hey, 7-yard touchdown reception, and they were back in that ball game on a good drive by Lawrence. So I'm gonna go with the Jags over the Giants. If it's -3, I like that cover too.
Going over to Drake.
Snoozer. No, there's another one out there. You'll see.
Come on.
This isn't
Drake.
the snoozer.
Just wait.
There's a worse game out there.
We were rolling. This is Dre's. Snoozer of the week. Dre, who you got?
Barkley's.
Just kidding, Dre. Just kidding.
That's fine. You can do it. I don't care. Barkley's going to have 3 touchdowns. Giants win.
Poof.
I am not as high on the Giants. I think Jacksonville wins this game. This is one of those games that the Giants kind of let slip through the cracks as they look ahead in their schedule. And so I'm taking Jacksonville to win this game. I think the matchup favors them as well. So we're split on this game. I think this is a good game to watch. It's not my snoozer of the week. That one's coming up in a couple of games. Let's move on. Commanders versus Packers in a game that is very close to my snoozer of the week. It's not there yet.
It was number 2 for me of snoozer of the week.
It's number 2 for me. And so Commanders versus Packers, Ron Rivera says he still doesn't know what quarterback he likes on his team. As bad as Aaron Rodgers, the Packers have been, I am rolling Packers to win this game. Dre.
Yeah, I told you guys that we sucked last week, and I actually said that we would barely beat the Jets, but I mean, we proved that we are horrible. It's actually nobody's blaming the coaching staff, but just look at the numbers. Aaron Jones is averaging like 8 yards per rush, and he gets the ball 5 times a game. And
I was gonna say
it's ridiculous.
AJ Dillon, man.
So yeah, I've actually liked Heineke or whatever it is.
I like Heineke a ton
for a while, and I didn't understand the Commanders trading for Wentz, but yeah, Washington, unfortunately.
I'm changing my pick to Washington. If the Green Bay Packer won't pick Green Bay, it makes me worried. So I'm going Washington. I'm switching it. Everybody listening, I definitely flip-flopped. Andrew.
I mean, Heineke's been way better than Carson Wentz's experiment has been. That's for damn sure. And the thing is, him and Terry McLaurin have a great combination, man. And good luck slowing that down. So I'm gonna roll with the Commanders again this week.
We've got 3 Commander picks. Kenny.
The Commanders just scored 12 points against the Bears. And as bad as Green Bay has
Packers put up what?
As bad as they have looked, I'm going to take Green Bay to win.
Green Bay
not a good game.
I don't like that, but I almost did it. Luke.
The Packers. Just the Packers. Next.
The Packers are Luke's pick as
well.
No.
Watch your kids. Don't watch this game.
Yeah,
our defensive scheme is horrible. Don't.
We have some interference coming up, so I'm going to let that play.
And Alvarez belts it deep to right field. Distant by. Unbelievable. The Astros a walk-off win. Yordan Alvarez, a walk-off 3-run homer. And the Astros stun the Mariners in Game 1 of the Division Series. Incredible! The House of Horrors for the Seattle Mariners continues as they mob Alvarez by home plate. A miraculous comeback for Houston. Astros win it 8-7. Can you believe it? Wow! What a stunning victory and one of the most improbable wins the Astros have ever had in the postseason.
Death, taxes,
you later.
Giving up home run balls.
And we get to the snoozer
By
of
the
the
way,
week.
the Phillies just scored another run.
Oh my gosh, that is right. Broncos versus Jets, in which most people should be saying. That is right. It is a snoozer of the week. Broncos versus Jets, in which everybody's hoping to see Julian Edelman playing quarterback for their team. But unfortunately, we get Russell Wilson versus it's Battle of the Wilsons. Oh, that's fun. Damn. Should have made a clip for that. Let's roll through this. Andrew, who you got?
Jets, and they're gonna move to 5-2. Crazy, dude.
Wow. Drake.
The Broncos are terrible, but they're at home. I do like the Jets, but no, Broncos at home. That defense gonna destroy.
Brees Hall is going to destroy that Denver team.
I'm gonna ride Brees Hall as well. I'm going Jets with this pick. I don't
9-6.
I take Jets 12-7 in this game.
Yeah, it's 12-7 game.
Jets. Jets.
The goddamn Jets. Kenny.
Yeah.
Denver.
Wow. Kenny just flat out going. That's like 3 against the grain picks. Why, Kenny? Why Denver?
Football doesn't make any sense on Sundays.
It doesn't, dude.
It's true.
Like, we're gonna act like we all know something, and then we're gonna come back here next week, and we're all gonna be like 6-6 or 7-5, and we're gonna act like we had a great week. Like,
this is why we drink so much.
It's 500, boys.
On Sundays.
It's not great.
For 500, Kenny.
And I'll celebrate that Denver wins, but then the Patriots will win by 40, and then that kind of just goes away. So.
No, you're absolutely right. Let's move on. 49ers versus Chiefs in a game that might be slightly entertaining. And
no one's taking the 49ers after last week.
Anybody taking the Niners on this show?
Niners are at home is the only.
Trey Lance couldn't get healthy enough for next year.
Hell no.
I have a feeling that Kansas City is about to take out their frustrations on the 49ers after last week.
Anybody want to add points to this, to our parlay?
40 for the Chiefs and 10 for the Niners.
Are we good putting Kansas City minus 6.5?
17, but yeah.
Take whatever Kansas City's team total is and take the over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we good 6.5 then? I can add it to the parlay?
Yeah.
Everybody listening, Kansas City minus 6. I like the finger. You guys beat me to it. I'll take that all day. That's right. Let's hype it up. BCMG guarantee. We're going to our last game of the week. But before we do that, we absolutely have to roll. That's a long one. I love my producers to death, but without them having here, I'm scary bad at that. So I need you guys back for next week. Chargers versus Seahawks is the final game of the week, in which I think Chargers will look very desperate in showing how good they are, and the Seahawks will be looking to continue to roll on what's been a great streak with Geno Smith. Ken Walker's looked fantastic since taking over the starting role. Let's go through this. I'll start with you, Luke. Who you have in this game?
I'm done with the Chargers. I'm done with their bullshit. They should blow the Seahawks team out of the fucking stadium, but they're not going to. I'm so tired of Staley. I'm tired of this bullshit offense and this not using Austin Eckler. I'm tired of it. But they'll win this game.
Fuck the Chargers, but
fuck them this week, but they'll win.
I'm taking a win. I'm taking the Chargers to win as well. Play all your Chargers. I think play all your Seahawks. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, 31-28. Chargers win this game. Kenny.
So no Joey Bosa for the year. No Keenan Allen. But most importantly, they don't have their MVP this week. They don't have Dustin Hopkins. So give me the Chargers.
Chargers to win this game. Dre.
Yeah, San Diego. No doubt. Oh, LA, actually. My bad.
LA.
They might as well go back to San Diego. They got more fans there than they do in LA.
True.
People would rather go watch the Rams right now. That's
And
a
they're
tough
terrible.
look.
And not the Dodgers because they
somehow
got
I
eliminated.
somehow I feel that's racist in its own way. Andrew.
Yeah, I'm going against the grain, man. I think it's going to be a Metcalf and fucking Lockett fun game. J.C. Jackson just got benched.
You are giving Geno
$84
Smith
million.
some love.
That is your $84 million investment that you benched against the Denver Broncos.
With Geno Smith.
Give me the Seahawks to win this game.
With Geno Smith.
1,000%.
Terrible.
Terrible
That
take.
is our
Darwin
final fire
His
round
own
pick.
pick.
Yeah, we're gonna end with the Seahawks hit. But for those that play fantasy football who feel just as bad as we do about our teams, don't forget we have some heavy buys. No Bills, no Vikings, no Eagles, and no Rams. So everybody who's been Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, go find alternates. The Josh Allen starters, some of you Kirk Cousins starters, obviously the Jalen Hurts starters.
Kupp, Diggs, and
if you're
Dalvin.
starting Matthew Stafford, you're glad there's a
Kupp,
bye.
Diggs,
But
and Dalvin. Auto L this week. Oh my god!
Looked at week 7 and went,
no.
no.
It's just not going to be the week. It's not the one. We'll get him next week.
Oh boy.
Oh, we lost Ernest. Okay, so this has been Into the Lab podcast. I am your host, Kenneth Cotterill. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Lab. Let's go around the horn and cap things off. Let's start with Dre Rogers. Dre, where can the folks find you at home?
That was awesome.
That was so good.
Yeah, Dre2124 on Twitter, Dre2125 on Instagram, and I gotta put this in there anyway. Steve sucks. Yes.
Okay, don't worry. We'll get Mark to edit that out because that was really uncalled for. Andrew, where can the folks find you at home?
Yeah, you guys can find me at the Boomtown Pod, all things MMA, on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And yeah, we'll be back for season 3. Can confirm the date, December 3rd. Looking forward to seeing everybody back, man.
All right, now we're gonna send it over to our resident West Virginian who is hopefully gonna watch the Steelers not lose by double digits on Sunday. Luke, where can the folks find your work at home?
Hey, the Penguins are 2-0. The Steelers won.
Give me a hell yeah!
West Virginia won this weekend.
Give me a hell yeah!
Wait, come back to me very quick. I know we're a little late, but happy birthday to Luke. Happy birthday to Luke.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What?
Thanks, Dre. Appreciate it. But you can find me on Twitter. I have Twitter again.
What? What? What?
Are we going to be able to end this podcast?
I think it's just buying time until Ernest comes back.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
How much did you guys fuck around?
There he is.
How many videos did you absolutely play in a matter of 3 minutes? I swear I saw like 6 videos.
So many.
rolling on this damn show. I am so sorry, everybody. We'd already be done. Thanks a lot, Kenny. For the guy who was supposed to be giving us the parlay odds, you decided to roll every single clip we have in the bank.
All of them fit, though. All of them fit perfectly.
They did all fit.
That's true. We probably should end it with that Astros segment one more time. I'm just kidding. I'm not putting everybody through that.
Or are you?
And we lost Ernest again. Amazing. Oh, this is so good.
What?
So anyways, I am your host of the show, Kenneth Cotterill. Ernest Silva, you can find him on Twitter at Into the Lab Pod. Go check out Blue Collar Media Group at Blue Collar MG. And as I said, I'm your host, Kenneth Cotterill. You can find me Monday through Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on the Competitive Hedge podcast. And we will see you guys next week for Into the Lab.
Bye, guys.